Welcome to the DPW podcast. We're live here from the Glass House at DPW Amsterdam, and I have here with me Karthik, also popularly known as the Procurement Doctor. So, Karthik, today is really about your journey, about your company. So it's more of a personal podcast. Let's start off a little bit by talking about you and what inspired you to start the Procurement Doctor.
So, being in procurement for 20 years, there's one thing that kept coming back to me is things are still the same no matter what kind of tech that keeps coming in between, And I saw a large opportunity around that, and I see that the same mistakes kind of get repeated, and the foundation is kind of missing. We talk about most of the advanced tech, and the foundations such as having a good set of data, good set of people who understand the data, good process, and technology over that would help it enable. So these elements are missing, and no one talks of it enough. And we're here to help with that piece, and that's what Procurement Doctor is helping to solve as an overall organization. So I saw that as a big gap in the market, and that's what we're here to build on. And the other thing is the name Procurement Doctors itself. My mom always wanted me to be a doctor, and this way at least I could be a doctor without studying as much as for a PhD. So I help solve mom's problem as well as the bigger problem in procurement as such. So that's how the name came up and the company is founded.
Yeah, funny story, right? You have to become a doctor, otherwise you're not successful.
Especially in Indian
cliché, right? Yeah. Of course, you explained already what problem you're solving, but there are also other people offering the same services. What makes you different?
So right now, if you see, we got a lot of agentic bots all over the place, right? Agentic bots, the latest trend that's happening. What we're doing is, we got the tech smartness. What we're solving is applying the human wiseness, right? The bots are only as good as the humans can apply their wiseness. Unfortunately, that element is what's missing. And we're here to build that piece. And before that, like I said previously as well, without the data, without the good process or people in place, none of this is going to work. So the wiseness bit, or it's artificial intelligence plus authentic intelligence, which will make this work. So that's what we're doing as an organization, and that's how we're different. And whenever we get into an assessment, we basically have a procurement doctor's diagnostic assessment. Like you go into the clinic and you're not sure what you got to do, but certain times the doctor puts a stethoscope and tries to understand how you're doing, right? So the diagnostic assessment basically tells you how good, bad, ugly you are from your people standpoint, from your process standpoint. You need a whole lot of bad. You got old process, new tech, so it won't work out. Same with your technology as well. So if these two things mess up, the entire puzzle or the cards fall down, and it won't work out the way you're supposed to. So this is what we're helping with predominantly.
Great. And so in your opinion, the human element is still very important?
It's going to be important forever, if not anything. So it's going to be important now until the next at least half a decade, if I may say, for the tech to also learn the wise part of the human piece, right? And unfortunately, if you see in the last so many years, no matter how advanced tech you had, it's always been the human element that kind of drags the tech backwards. So, and people don't consider it enough. It's like, even if you're applying a particular procurement technology, you're hiring a person who has 4 other jobs to save millions of dollars to manage his suppliers and implement your tech. And the implementation of tech isn't his top priority, which won't get him his promotion. So he doesn't care as much as he needs to. So that's why you have people who can take care of it, do it as their day job, and that's what we're here to help as such.
So that's really your expertise. And over the years, of course, you have 20 years in procurement, so you know a lot about the industry. Do you have any specific success story you would like to share about a client, who's had a win with you, really?
A bunch of them, but one that I'm particularly proud of is this huge company who've been battling with their problem for a long, long time. They invested a lot in the tech, and they're basically paying licenses for the last 3 years, license fees, and are not using the tech. And everybody kept blaming the tech for it, right? And we came in and they told, you need to just re-implement the tech and you can get out of here. I told, no, I'm not ready to do that. And we went in and looked at all the holistic approach, like I said, the people, process, data, and technology. And it was less of a tech problem, more of the other problems. And basically, there was a misalignment in the stakeholders. There was wrong expectations on the technology. They're expecting a wonder drug with one injection, you get six-pack abs. They're expecting something like that. Or wearing a Fitbit and getting fit, not by running. So that's what they're expecting, unfortunately. So we went in and helped with their entire piece, and their CFO and CPO ended up saying that, thank you for changing the culture in our organization. Because it was more of a cultural thing, and managing the expectations the right way. So that's one of the proudest wins, and we could save them millions of dollars and a lot of value, especially. The dollars is a given, right? It's more of them referring me to another 3-4 people. So that's what is more of the fun bit.
That's super interesting, and like you say several times before, just the tech is not enough. Do you face this a lot now with AI, agentic AI, people feeling like, okay, the tech will do it all for them, and how do you solve that? Is that a challenge for you right now?
It is a challenge for sure, but we have a few, so how I kind of manage it is to have the right expectations. I get along with clients who look in it for the longer run, and the way we're looking at it in particular is for now to gain, there's some bit of a trust that needs to be built. For people to use the agentic AI, just the AI won't help. And anybody can build the AI. It's become so simple. Even you and I can build it. You don't need to have a technical background. So what's missing is that knowledge, that trust. One way that I'm working with a particular client is to have an agentic bot, but also have the ability to talk to Karthik, and you're not happy with the bot.
Yeah.
And Karthik comes up, and we chat with the bot, with the person, and what I'm chatting becomes the wise information that I'm giving as a procurement doctor to the LLM for the bot to get better tomorrow. So eventually, the tactical work will be done first, and then it'll become a little more strategic in nature. But the humans have to manage the interactions, the CPO to CEO interactions, the stakeholder supplier management, your negotiations, all that is still there.
Yeah.
And this is how it's supposed to be. Procurement's supposed to be like this.
Right.
It's not for us to punch in the numbers day in and day out. So the more quicker we go that route, the better it's going to be.
Great. So it's exciting times for procurement, exciting times for you. Can you tell me maybe what coming to DPW Amsterdam means to you? Because Karthik is really a fan of DPW. I make a lot of social posts on LinkedIn, and Karthik is always there. So really, all of us at DPW love him. So yeah, tell me what makes DPW so special for you.
I've told this a million times. If you're following my content, you must be bored with this answer, but I'm going to tell it again for the folks out there and everywhere else. So DPW for me, number one, I don't have clients in Europe predominantly. My clients are in the Middle East and North America, right? Why do I spend money and come here every year? It's because it's worth it. It's worth it because it's got such a big global appeal. It's learning on steroids for me for these 2 days. So I haven't met the guys I met last year. I met only the guys that are new this year. So it's learning on steroids for me. Networking is there. It's like people like you. I've made long-term friendships with people, partners. So the people connect is also there. And it's like your PhD in 2 days for me. And it's got that DPW is something, if you are still doubtful of investing it in or not, I'd say invest it in once. I'm sure you'll come back later. So that's what I would say about DPW. These are the two things for me.
Thanks so much, Karthik. It's so nice to have you. Connection, learning, and energy. This is DPW. Thank you so much for joining us. This is the DPW podcast. We'll have a lot more founder stories coming up, so stay tuned. Thanks, Karthik.